In Season 1 of Loki, the story unfolds after the events of Avengers Endgame. The Loki from the 2012 timeline, who sees the Tesseract during a time heist, takes center stage. Instead of returning to Asgard, the TVA, also known as the Time Variance Authority, apprehended him. An organization dedicated to managing timelines and preventing chaos across the multiverse. In the season finale of Loki, he and his variant Sylvie confront He Who Remains in the Citadel at the end of time. They discover the existence of multiverses and the potential for a multiversal war if He Who Remains is overthrown and killed. Sylvie, driven by a desire for revenge against the TVA, decides to kill He Who Remains, leading to the multiverse branching into different areas and also going into chaos. The Loki Season 1 finale sees Loki back at the TVA, unrecognized by anybody. This is quickly explained in the first episode of Season 2, revealing that Loki's actually in the past, breaking through a window between time. Loki encounters Casey, who doesn't even recognize him. Before Casey can call for help, Loki is pulled back into the present. Notably, Loki observes a long-existing crack in the floor, raising questions about the extent of his time travel. Throughout the opening episode, Loki grapples with his time-slipping abilities and long-lasting issue. He learns about He Who Remains' significant role before rebranding and cover-up. Future revelations, including a recording, suggest a close relationship was between He Who Remains and Judge Ramona Renslayer, and this all adds to complexity. Loki and Mobius decide to visit Reappears and Advancements, who had his memories altered. Obi suggests a risky solution involving temporal radiation exposure for Mobius and self-pruning for Loki to return to the present. The temporal loom is responsible for tracking timelines. It's currently overloaded and is threatening chaos if it's not fixed. Chaos ensues even more when Loki is jeopardizing him, Mobius, and Obi's plans. Loki is then pulled into the future of the TVA and finds himself with a future version of Sylvie, who is later pruned from behind. Obi is also working on fixing the temporal loom issue. It is a close call between the two of them, but Mobius was able to retrieve Loki from the temporal loom. Now it seems like Loki is back in the present time. There is a mystery surrounding who might have pruned Loki, and one theory is that he might have pruned himself. Viewers are basically left in this episode not knowing who that person was. And that's kind of how the first episode concludes. But in the post-credit scene, we get a little sneak preview into where we're going next. Sylvie reappears in the post-credit scenes unexpectedly in Broxton, Oklahoma in 1982 at a McDonald's. Comic book readers will be familiar with the town of Broxton, Oklahoma. It is actually where Thor established New Asgard after his rebirth in the comic books. Content and curious, Sylvie expresses a desire to try everything while observing people. The unfolding events promise further complexity and intrigue in this season. The second episode takes us into 1977's London with Loki and Mobius working secretly to find Sylvie. Their journey takes them to the premiere of The Zaniac, starring Brad Wolfe, who turns out to be X5. While hunting for Sylvie, X5 became distracted by fame and the luxury of the sacred timeline. Loki and Mobius track him down and bring him to the TVA headquarters for questioning, specifically questioning around where Sylvie might be. Brad stays steadfast, eager to resume his life in the spotlight. Traditional questioning between Loki and the Timekeeper is ineffective, pushing Loki to employ more unusual means, and to employ unusual means to go a little bit more dark. Before coming up with a fresh plan, the pair have a heart-to-heart over some key lime pie, and chat about what Mobius' life could have been on the sacred timeline. They're going to play good cop and bad cop this time when questioning X5. Loki pretty much tortures X5 into admitting the truth, placing Brad in a box that he keeps shrinking. Loki questions him about Sylvie until he finally confesses to where, and most importantly, when she is. The group all return to 1982 Broxton, Oklahoma, where Loki, Mobius, Brad all go in search for Sylvie, who is now working at a McDonald's. It's a tense reunion because she's not thrilled to see Loki appear after the events with He Who Remains, and she's even less thrilled to learn that he's here for TVA business. His pleas for her assistance in preventing the TVA from pruning of all branching realities falls apart, despite the fact that she's now living amongst an active timeline. Mobius and X5 are eating, and it turns out that X5 has been kind of keeping some knowledge down, specifically about a strategy that some few people in the TVA are trying to do. General Dox is bombing every branch timeline, killing and pruning everybody on it. After learning this, Loki and Sylvie willingly join forces to stop Kate Dickie's agent Dox. While the pair perform a clever magic act, it appears that they are too late and the harm has been done. Roby revealed earlier in the episode that he lost control of the temporal loom and has no method of regaining it. The trick is to find Ravonna Renslayer, who's with Miss Minutes. And Miss Minutes is kind of needing to come back out into the open because she's gone rogue. They get a hit on Renslayer's TemPad in the final few minutes of the episode, which could be the key to finding her. Loki, Mobius, and Sylvie return to discover that the timeline is destroyed after only temporarily halting the TVA's intentions. It's a terrifying scene, and Sylvie has no intention of staying to see it out, despite Loki's sorrowful warning that every time she leaves, it makes it harder for him to stay. The episode concludes with Sylvie returning to Broxton, Oklahoma, where her timeline is still intact. She's seen holding what appears to be a glowing rock, but she's actually holding a piece of He Who Remains' bangle. It was used as a TemPad by He Who Remains and is incredibly strong. She must have taken it from him after his death and used it to teleport herself back. Hey movie lovers, welcome to Real Talk Movies, your next destination for all things cinema. If you're a big film fanatic like me, smash that like button and hit subscribe. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on future discussions, in-depth reviews, and analysis on all things related to film. Now, back to the video. But those are the first 2 episodes of Loki Season 1 on Disney+. We got a good preview into what kind of mysteries that the God of Mischief and company will battle with. The Renslayer mystery especially is going to be intriguing since her absence during He Who Remains' death was kind of noticeable. I wonder what her influences has to do with the temporal loom going awry. If Loki and company killed Who He Remains, then who knows what kind of variant they are dealing with now. And this new variant might be working with Renslayer. I see a more menacing variant emerging to recreate the TVA in his own image, whereas He Who Remains to preserve a stable and enduring timeline, albeit kind of questionable strategies. But a different Kang variant seeks to use the TVA for his own benefit. I'm excited to see how the Council of Kangs also plays a role into this season. We are rumored to see different variants of the Kang character after all. Victor Timely is also rumored not to be a villain for this season, and I'm very intrigued to see how they connect with this essential Kang variant in this season. Loki and Mobius might be seeking for the original creator of the temporal loom to help stop the destruction of branch timelines. That's just kind of my theory, but as far as the show's execution in the first 2 episodes, I think that the show is almost getting there. Episode 2 was a nice pickup of pace after episode 1 in my opinion, and I think that the show would have benefited from sandwiching both of these in the premiere, to be quite honest. I was intrigued with the mystery and the Easter eggs and theories and everything that we were trying to pinpoint to in last season. I think this season is more about revealing what was hidden away. I think that episode 1 did a lot of the expositioning and explaining events from season 1, and Hiddleston shines once again in the role, and Owen Wilson is obviously hitting the right notes for his character, Mobius. The dialogue is a bit muddled, and I worry that the plot and the conclusion might be a little too confusing for us fans. But for its aesthetics, for the directing style, for the dialogue that's been pretty witty for the most part, and with the overall tone kind of mirroring season 1 a little bit, I'm still giving a good 8 out of 10 review on both episodes, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the season play out. But what did you think about the first 2 episodes of Loki Season 2? Did it live up to the hype building from Season 1? Will the MCU find its footing in the Multiverse saga in a show featuring one of their most popular characters? Share those thoughts down below. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed today's topic. If you could hit that sub button, that would be awesome. Hit that like button and boost my video up on the algorithm. Click that bell so you don't miss any of my videos that get uploaded. And if you have some time to spare, check out some of these videos on your screen right now.